plain, Harriet, but that is nothing compared with his entire want of gentility.
To be sure, he is not so genteel as a real gentleman. He is not like Mr. Knightley.
This farm you have been visiting, Mr. Martin rents it of Mr. Knightley, does he not?
Oh, yes! He and his mother have 2 brothers and 8 cows. One of them a very good little Welsh cow. As I was so fond of it, she said that it should be called my cow. And then Mr. Martin went 3 miles round one day to bring me walnuts. But did you never see him? He has passed you very often.
A young farmer is the very last sort of person to raise my curiosity. A degree or two lower might interest me. I might hope to be useful in the family in some way, but a farmer can be none of my help. He is just as much above my notice as he is below it. What do you imagine his age to be?
He was 24 the 8th last June.
That is too young to settle. 6 years from now, he could meet with a good sort of young woman in the same rank of his own.
6 years? Dear Miss Woodhouse, that would make him 30 years old.
That is as early as most men can afford to marry if we're not born into an independence.
But they live very comfortably, Miss Woodhouse.
I have no doubt that they will thrive, Harriet, but it does not follow that he might marry anybody fit for you to notice. The misfortune of your birth ought to make you particularly careful. There can be no doubt of being a gentleman's daughter, and you must support your claim to that station by everything within your power. I want to see you permanently well connected. Mr. Elton is the very person to drive the young farmer out of Harriet's head. He already thinks her beautiful, and any girl who could be gratified by Robert Martin riding around the country to get walnuts for her might very well be conquered by our fine rector's admiration.
Emma was quite convinced.
Did you ever sit for a picture, Harriet?
Oh, dear no, never.
Harriet's features are very delicate, which makes the likeness difficult.
You have given Miss Smith all that she required, Miss Woodhouse. She was a beautiful creature when she came to you, but in my opinion, the attractions you have added are infinitely superior to what she'd received from nature.
Harriet only wanted drawing out. I have done very little.
How do you do, Mr. Elton?
Very well. Thank you, Mr. Woodhouse. Mrs. Weston, Mr. Knightley.
The expression of the eye is most correct. But Miss Smith has not those eyebrows and eyelashes.
I cannot agree with you, Miss Weston. It seems to me a most perfect resemblance.
Giving your friend the only beauty she wanted.
You have made her too tall, Emma.
Not the least too tall. Consider she is sitting down. And the proportions must be preserved, you know?
It is very pretty, my dear. One thing I do not like is she seems to be sitting out of doors. And it makes one think she must catch cold.
But my dear Papa, it is supposed to be a warm day in summer. Look at the tree.
It is never safe to sit out of doors.
Any other situation would have been much less in character. Oh, it's the most admirable. I cannot keep my eyes from it.
Well, we must send it to Isabella in London to see that it is properly framed.
Oh, no. I cannot bear the idea of your sister stirring out of her house in the fogs of December. Oh, poor Isabella. Nobody's healthy in London. Nobody can be.
Ouch.
If I might be trusted with the commission, Miss Woodhouse, I should take infinite pleasure in executing it.
You are too good, Mr. Elton. I would not give you such a troublesome office for the world.
It is impossible to say, Miss Woodhouse, how much I'd be gratified by being employed in such an end.
Very well done.
Ooh.
This man is almost too gallant. But I suppose there may be 100 different ways of falling in love. He will suit Harriet exactly.
Oh.